On Sunday morning, on Fox Business, whatever it is, with Maria Bartiromo, Karoline Leavitt decided to, make an appearance because she had nothing better to do, apparently. And she caused a whole lot of panic for everybody, but MAGA specifically was super pissed about what she had to say. Karoline Leavitt was asked by Maria Bartiromo, who should not have a job but still does. Bartiromo asked this: mothers out there are worried that we're going to have a draft that say that they're going to see their sons and daughters get involved in this. What do you want to say about the president's plans for troops on the ground? All right. She's teed it up, right? Everybody's worried. We don't want our kids to go over and die for a completely useless cause that doesn't even exist, by the way. There is no cause. So here's your chance to do your propaganda thing. I've given you the softest of softballs here. Knock it out of the park, Karoline. And Karoline responded, quote, President Trump wisely does not remove options off of the table. I know a lot of politicians like to do that quickly, but the president, as commander-in-chief, wants to continue to assess the success of the military operation. It's not part of the current plan right now, but the president, again, wisely keeps his options on the table. So we're worried about a draft. We're worried about boots on the ground, Karoline. Tell us that's not going to happen. And Karoline's like, oh, I can't tell you it's not going to happen. That'd be crazy. He keeps all options on the table. So there could be a draft. There will, I think, be boots on the ground. I don't think that's a could. I think that is that's going to happen. But a draft, I think I know where we could start. We could start with all those people who are currently saying, I didn't vote for this, because you did. We could start with all of those MAGA influencers out there who push Donald Trump upon us. We could start with all of those high school dropouts that are applying for ICE. Send them. Or we could admit that we got duped by other countries, that Donald Trump was manipulated, and get the hell out of there immediately. We're already seeing the worst case scenario happen, which is that Khomeini's son is now the one in charge. Like, according to the military analysts, that was like the worst possible thing. Like the worst scenario for Donald Trump. And now it's happened. So, yeah, not going well. MAGA, as I said, freaked the hell out. Marjorie Taylor Greene said, quote, how about the answer is no draft and no boots on the ground because we campaigned on no more foreign wars or regime change. Liars, every single one of them. Not my son, over my dead body. By the way, a bunch of psycho Republicans want to not only draft your sons, but your daughters too. Send Lindsey Graham, Mark Levin, and Laura Loomer, and all the murderous, bloodthirsty maniacs that support this America Last war. I don't disagree with that. I think, when we had a segment go up a little bit earlier today, I said send Lindsey Graham to the front lines. I mean, he wants to prove in his overcompensating way, which I think we all understand, that he's a big, tough, manly man and not this little, pretty boy with a high-pitched voice. He wants to prove that he's a big, tough dude. So grab your old military uniform from when you were a defense lawyer for JAG and go, Lindsey, go. But you're not. Because you are, in fact, a coward who never saw combat. You were in the military for 4 years, the entire time you served in an office in Europe. But she wasn't the only one pissed off. On Real America's Voice, you had 3 hosts and Republican lawmaker Bob Onder, who said, boots on the ground, I think we all agree, would be a red line, and a draft, I think, would probably be another red line. Oh, okay. I thought attacking Iran in the first place was the red line. But now you're like, okay, well, we got to move the red line. So now the red line is boots on the ground. And maybe a draft is a red line. Like, you don't even know if a draft is the red line. You're like, maybe a draft would be another red line. All right, you're drafted. There you go. Sin Baron as well. Take him with you. Another said, I don't know, maybe she could have said what you said, and I think it might have given moms just a thought. I think it might have given moms across the country a little bit of, this is the thing. No war ever starts out as a big war, right? They always start out slow. We're always told it's not going to be a forever war. Reading out loud what these MAGA hosts say hurts my brain. They are so dumb. They are so inarticulate. And yet, they reach millions and millions of people every day. People that are somehow dumber than they are. And I know, look, I get it. We're on the same side of like no Iran, no war, no regime change, no draft, no boots on the ground. I get that. But holy hell, how have you people succeeded this much in life by being dumb as dirt? I will never understand that. And yet we've got plenty of hugely intelligent people over here on the left that are struggling to, get their media going. Like, that pisses me off. It really genuinely does. That we as a country, we as a society, have elevated the stupidest human beings imaginable. And yes, Joe Rogan is like right at the top, the king of the stupids. And that's who has the most influence in this country, just the dumbest of the dumb. And that's never not going to make me mad, even if we're still, on this particular issue, kind of wanting the same thing, which is no boots on the ground, no draft, hell, no war with Iran or anyone. But nevertheless, Karoline Leavitt said he's not taking any options off the table. Boots on the ground is still on the table. The draft is still on the table. So is the use of nuclear weapons, of course, because when you take her statement and understand what it means, no options are off the table. And I think that might be the thing that we should probably all be the most concerned about. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.